Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about the connection between your heart and your mind, and how the connection between your heart and your mind, when they're not going in the same direction and working with each other, they're working against each other, and that creates issues. Hi, I'm Demi. I love all things personal development. It is something that I eat, sleep, and breathe. And so let's get into it. So, with that being said, I basically would like to say that this is something that I personally realized, and I didn't know what it meant at the time when I first discovered it. So, and that's also like a common pattern for me. I feel as if like I will see certain things, hear certain quotes, and one day all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden, obviously I did work, and my level of awareness has risen, and things have a completely different meaning, or I understand finally what the quote meant. For instance, like mind and heart coherence. I've seen meditations like labeled as this, but I didn't really understand like what it actually looks like and like some examples. So I'll give you the example that I thought of. So when I crave something sweet, say it's like a brownie, right? And so I'm craving this brownie, but I'm on this journey to weight loss and just like heavier, healthier living. And I'm really craving it. That's what my heart wants. My heart desires the brownie. And so we have this desire. Well, actually, cross that out. The desire is the weight loss, right? That's the desire. So, yeah, flip that. That's the desire. That's what you want. But something shows up and it's not necessarily the thing that's going to help you lose the weight. The brownie is the thing that isn't going to necessarily help you lose the weight, right? So we have this brownie and we're like, if you're actually conscious and if you really, really, really want to change, and if you have a very strong will, meaning your why is so strong that if you ate this brownie that you got from, I don't know, Chick-fil-A or wherever, the grocery store, wherever you got this brownie from, you eat this brownie, it goes against every single thing that you stand for. It goes against your why. It goes against, your generational, say that a part of your generational wealth is good health, right? Because health is wealth. The moment your body doesn't feel good and the moment your body starts to shut down or you start having health problems, you can't work, you can't do anything. So therefore, health has to be wealth, right? So to put that into perspective for you all. But yeah, we're back to this brownie. We have this brownie, and since my nails are pink, we'll say it's a strawberry brownie. So with this strawberry brownie, we're really craving the strawberry brownie. We really want the strawberry brownie, but our heart doesn't need the strawberry brownie to lose weight. This is actually going to hurt our heart's desires. And so if we're constantly going against our heart's desires, we're getting further and further and further away from our goals. And we never get there. So for me, when it came to my weight loss goals, what happened in my brain was, well, one, health is wealth. If my health is taken from me, and I, God forbid, get something horrendous to where I have to be in the hospital 24/7 or a lot, I'm not able to work anymore. I'm no longer able, like, my sense of safety is gone. My sense of well-being is gone. We're not where we're supposed to be, right? And that is like, that was the first part. There were multiple parts that happened. So I thought about that. I thought about, what does my life look like if I don't change? And, I looked up the realities. There are so many realities when you decide to just be passive with your life and not really care, thinking that, oh, it's just a brownie today. No, a brownie today is going to be a brownie next week, and another brownie and another brownie. And I'm not saying that you're going to be eating brownies every day, but some people do. And, you know, so what is your brownie in your life? Is it overspending? Is it, I don't know, addicted to suffering, addicted to just talking negative, addicted to, like, whatever your brownie is in your life, um, or it might actually be a brownie, sweets, whatever it is in your life that you just cannot let go. Like, I'm describing the process that I went through that made it shift for me so strongly that I cannot go backwards. Um, So the first one, my health, my sense of safety, everything is revolved around this belief that, if I can't get this right, then I'm stuck. I probably won't even be able to have kids, and then my bloodline dies, and then, like, there's so many other things. And the other thing was being able to pass down this knowledge. So your bloodline, the people that are in your family in the future, don't even have to deal with this anymore. This is a non-factor because you've mastered it. And because you've mastered it, and for those of you who don't know, I have a bachelor's of science in biology. And so when it comes to genetics, your belief systems are passed down to your children. They're not developed, it's just inherently passed down. And depending on what you do every day, your ritual, whatever you do on a daily basis consistently creates those habits, right? So if I am not actually doing the thing and modeling how to be a healthy person, modeling what healthy eating habits look like, modeling what healthy fitness looks like, and when I have children, I I want them to be like, my mom walks 30 minutes a day. She goes on her walk every day, and this is normal for her. Because let me tell you something. When me today, I am slowly remembering the little routines and minute routines that my mother had and that my father had, and the little minute things that they would do. And I'm starting to integrate them into my life. And obviously there's the good and the bad or whatever, but you get to pick. That's the thing. Realizing that you get to pick the things that you want to take that were given to you by whoever raised you or whatever you've seen on the internet. It doesn't matter. You still get to pick. It doesn't matter where it came from. It doesn't matter if it came from a parent or a stranger on the internet. If that's what you want, you can take that skill and you can take that habit and you can grow it. And that'll become your new life. You don't have to be stuck. Like, you truly do not have to be stuck. And that is something that, like, hit me really hard, like a truck. That you do not have to be stuck. Like, you have the choice to choose your life and what you want to have in your life. And that came down to the eating habits, the health, all the things. But to go back to the second thing that my why was, I want to pass this down to my children so they never have to worry about being obese, being overweight, that's not even in their reality. That doesn't even happen because they've never seen it at home. They never seen what their parents practice, the people who love them, and they're around every day. Because as a parent, you're basically like a mentor and a coach, and you're teaching them about life, and you're a teacher, you're all these things. And so that's what I want to instill into my kids. And so when my why got so big, it's like it's impossible for me to not do the thing now. Like either I go to therapy and work on the emotions that's coming up that's making me eat so aggressively or so out of control, like the urges, and working through why the urges are the way they are. What emotion am I um, scared that it's gonna come up, or something like what emotion am I afraid that's gonna come up. And when I worked through it, I realized when the emotion came up, it actually wasn't even that bad. I like cried, and I like seen some stuff and like some old beliefs that somebody told me a long time ago. Like it had nothing to do with like nothing crazy. It didn't hurt. It didn't, it's just something that was just, I realized was stuck in my body. And once we dug it out, or dug it out of my mind or whatever, and once we dug that out, it was no longer there. Granted, we can create another habit if we don't have the why, though. Because you can create another habit. You can get rid of the urges and stuff, but if you don't have the habit and the why, the good habit and the why, it's not going to stick. The why is what keeps me going. Because my why is so strong that I had no choice. I had no choice. And yeah. So with the what I was saying about the heart and mind is, so with my heart, my desire was the weight loss, right? This is already, yeah. So the weight loss. And then the mind sees this brownie and it's like, I don't know. It can have so many other thoughts because everybody's thoughts are different. But you could be looking at the brownie and be like, oh, well, it won't hurt. Is that thought in alignment with what the heart wants? Is that in alignment with my goals? So the weight loss? No. No, it is not. And so that is what I mean when I say that your mind and your heart have to work together. They have to work together, or you're just going to continuously spiral and continuously start over and continuously just not get to where you want to truly be. And it is a very powerful realization. I didn't realize it was happening at the time, but now that I actually understand, like they have to be working together. They cannot be working against each other at any time. The moment they are, that's when you have issues. Um, so what do we do to make them work together, right? So for me, I've learned about the mind, and I've probably said this so many times, but definitely read books that are talking about your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You really are not your thoughts. Like, you are not supposed to live your life based off the voice in your head. If you are, you need to read that book. Because you have a psychopath in your head that's telling you to do things, but it's really just trying to help you perceive the world in front of you. That's it. It's really not there to make sense of anything, or not making sense of anything. It's not there. It's just narrating. Think of your mind as just the narrator. So, me having the brownie in front of me, this is my heart's desire. This is a true desire. This is something that I truly want, me, the person. I truly want to lose weight because, either you're overweight or you just want to live better or whatever it is, whatever the why is. And this brownie is here. this isn't in alignment where the heart is, right? So, what does it look like when they are working together? Or you choose, you make a better decision. You don't listen to this. You actually look at the brownie, you're like, is this in alignment with my heart? No, it is not. And you know that because clearly everyone knows that if you're trying to lose weight, you don't eat no unhealthy brownie if you're on a mission and you're on a die-hard mission and you truly want to change, you're not going to eat a brownie in the middle of your beginning. So, we throw that out. We make a new decision. We look up brownie recipes for healthy people. There are so many recipes, by the way, on how to make like a healthy brownie. I had no idea, and they actually don't taste bad at all. They actually taste like a brownie, and there's so many different ingredients and so many different ways. It's just like this mind of just like living in abundance of recipes and like not limiting yourself and being lazy and just going to the store and eat the brownie and destroy your goals when you could just find a recipe and like make it at home. And you even save money. So look, you crushing your financial goals and your heart's desires. Everything is just clicking, right? That is the magic that happens when your mind and your heart is working together, and it is so powerful. It's truly powerful. But yeah, that is actually step by step like what has been happening for me. And yeah, hopefully, whoever's watching this can help you too. And, definitely check out my snail mail because things like this will definitely be coming up. I'll have like personalized letters where I'm vulnerable with you guys every month, and we'll be working on ourselves each month. So definitely go check out my community post and or the Google Forms in my bio. But yeah, I'm so grateful for my wonderful, lovely followers as well. Thank you so much for subscribing and rocking and rolling with me. And yeah, thank you so much for liking the video and viewing it. And definitely let me know what you think. If you have any thoughts in the comments, let me know. Or if you would like to pick my brain on anything, just drop it in the comments. And, maybe I'll make a video or something if, we can agree. But when I tell you, this is how I think. That is how I think. That is how I operate as a person now. Like my heart's desire and my brain, they're locked in together. And they have to be locked in together for me to reach my goals. That's how I was able to lose 65 pounds easily. Like I barely went to the gym. I think I walked for an hour on my walking pad a day, and I didn't even do that. Did I do it every day? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did it every day. But it wasn't hard. It was very easy. Like I just had to control what I was putting in my body and just paying attention to my body. And you can do this with anything in your life. But that is what works for me. So yeah, there is always another way. There is always a better option. There is no such thing as just one way of doing things. I don't care what you've discovered under the sun. I don't care what anyone else told you. There is always another way. And the moment you break the ceiling on that is the moment that you can truly start to live and enjoy your life. Because now, fast forward to now, like I had a container built for myself where I was super strict. I was super, like this. And now I'm starting to find this flow where I'm able to indulge in a little bit And I put the work in. Like, for instance, if I had like a little one scoop of ice cream with like a cookie for dinner, and I didn't overeat or overindulge, I just ate a regular meal, and I did that. Right when I got home, I'd walk for an hour with my weighted vest. And there's no discussion about it. There is no whining. There is no nothing. We are just walking it off. Even though I didn't even eat that much that day. Like, I ate one time that day, but I decided to have that dessert. And since I don't eat desserts a lot, I was just like, no, you know what? I know we did a walk earlier, but we're going to walk a little bit more just to, I don't know, just to walk it off. Why not? Because I can. Because I can make a better choice. Like, not saying that that was like punishment for me, but it's also a way for me to like process my emotions as well and just like create that balance. I don't know what it is, but it just helps me create that balance. Like, after I eat, walk it off a little bit. And then I'll be like less bloated and I'll be feeling good. Because, mentally, it helps you process your day and your thoughts and stuff like that. And, yeah, just learning how to like live in balance, but because for me, I knew myself when I first started my journey, I knew that I could not do it in the first like couple of months. Like, no, I had to like go strict until I got very, very close to my goal. And even then, um, so I'm almost at my maintenance weight. I think I have like 15 pounds to go. And then I'll officially be in maintenance. I might go for 20 just because. Um, and then my journey is steady upgrading. So I'm gonna start like lifting weights or just working with like body weight exercises and stuff to just like build muscle. Um, so yeah, like my this entire journey is like it's upgrading. Like, I'm adding an extra umph to it. And so it's actually been really nice. And then also when I go out with like friends, family, dates, whatever it is such a great feeling knowing that you have control over your thoughts, your eating patterns. Like, it is such a freeing feeling. And yeah, throughout this entire process, I really feel like I have found myself and who I am. Like, all these little things, now I know who I am. And it's like, I know where I start and another person begins. And, it's always a moment to moment thing. So any of the practices that I've learned, any of the other things that I've learned, realizing that you're not going to go to a therapist or you're not going to do hypnotherapy and then boom, you're healed forever and like this thing. No, for me, what worked for me is it's moment to moment. And so learning different nervous system regulation practices, which will some of them will be in my well, throughout the snail mail, it will be, different prompts and different stuff that I'll sprinkle in there for you. But there are different things that I just do, and I don't have to shut my eyes and like meditate or anything. No, these are things that I can do right here, right now that like regulates me while I'm having a difficult conversation with someone, while I'm having like the difficult thing is happening right now. And because that's what I struggle with. Because sometimes I would freeze, but now I'm realizing that like I personally did not um I wasn't regulated. So when I focus on always being in the present moment and just being really present, like I can do this to make myself feel really present, or while I'm talking to someone and just like, just checking in, or just even doing something like this or whatever while you're talking to someone. It helps you be present in the moment. And so you really don't have time to misinterpret something or not withhold your boundaries, or because you're present, you're actually actively listening to what the person is saying, and so you're not missing anything. Because what my thing was, like, something would happen and I would be passively listening, and then the moment would leave, and then I'd realize I had agreed to something that I didn't want to agree to, and it was because I wasn't present. These things are essential. Because this has plagued my life for the longest. I used to go and be in certain situations and I would just be like, wait, why did I agree with that? I didn't agree with that. It's because you were not present. It's because you weren't present in your body while the situation was happening. Gosh, I don't know how many times that has happened to me, but I am so happy that I finally get it now. And truly am starting to understand the power of active listening. Like, it truly is powerful. It truly is transformational. Like, yes, absolutely. Um, but yeah, that's all I got, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, darlings.